This is Dion. He's just a kid, coloring in the kitchen, in a house where he's staying for a few days. But in Dion's head, he's a pirate, sailing the high seas, making a map to the buried treasure. He's a pro football player, sketching out plays for his teammates. He's a race car driver. He's the president. He's a wizard, battling a dragon. Dion is drawing out his next adventure. And Dion is here, free to imagine, because his mom made an empowered choice. She asked for help. Dion's mom found a safe place for Dion to go when she couldn't take care of him for a short time. When she's ready, Dion will go back to his own home and family and get to keep being a kid. This story could have turned out differently. What if Dion's mom didn't know who to call for help? You can imagine the alternatives. Instead of being in this kitchen, Dion could be homeless, in foster care, or a victim of trafficking. He could be in a cycle of poverty, addiction, juvie. He could be unsafe. And then he wouldn't have the freedom to imagine adventures, because he'd be battling real-life crises. He would have to grow up way too fast. You can imagine this, but Dion doesn't have to. It's not his story. Dion's mom found Tammy and her family through Safe Families for Children. One mom called another mom and asked for help. And together they showed Dion that he is loved and he is safe. And Dion can't imagine it any other way.
When Mommy went to the Philippines and Daddy couldn't take care of you during the week, where did you go?
Nana and Papa.
Nana and Papa's. And if Mama has to go to a doctor's appointment and she can't take you with, who do you go to?
Aunt Priscilla.
You go to Aunt Priscilla's. There are kids whose mommies and daddies, they have places that they need to go stay for a while, and they don't have a Nana and a Papa, and they don't have aunts and uncles. And so we're going to be that for them. We are going to be their aunts and uncles, and they're going to come and stay at our house because we're going to be a safe family for them. You're bringing these kids into your life. Somebody in the church hosts these kids, and then other people kind of come in alongside and help meet those needs, and it gives them the sense of normalcy in this time, the potential crisis for some of these kids. So we first heard about Safe Families several months ago, and Sean had told me, and I was kind of thinking, I don't know if that's for us. I was really negative about it, and I was like, you know what, I don't think I can handle that right now. Like, it's just too much for me to do. But I think God was starting to work in my heart with that idea. And so when we started doing Salt and Light, and part of that was that ministry component, and what is your small group going to do together to minister together? And Sean mentioned this idea of Safe Families again. And there was just such an excitement from the people in our group. And after just talking to Gary and Sandra, Sean and I just felt like, yeah, I think we're ready to commit to being a family, to being a host family. And what was neat was our small group was totally supportive and saying, then we are going to come in and help support you guys. And so the burden is not going to be on just Sean and I doing this, but it's going to be our church family is going to help take care of these kids. The church as a whole can help support us, and it's not limited to just our small group helping us. Like, you could have another small group that says, we are going to always provide a meal for the Merritts on Tuesday nights, and somebody from our small group is going to do that. It could even be where somebody in the church volunteers and says, you know what, I can take that kid to school on Mondays and Wednesdays. And so we're going to have times where, like, you know what, we have a 5-year-old boy, and we only have a week's worth of clothes for him, and we're going to have him for 2 months. Does anybody have any hand-me-down clothes? A lot of the people that use Safe Families as a means to get help, they don't have a network of people. And so when these families come in and they see that you have these host families and these churches that are stepping in to take care of their kids, and that it's not just this one person or this one couple that's coming in, but it's this whole network of people. And I think that is really what Jesus calls us to do, be that salt and light and be that caring for the orphans and caring for the widows. And I think it really makes Christianity real to these people.
This is her mommy, this is me, and this is her. This is a girl that's gonna stay at our house. I'm saying hi.